Hey everyone, NicMakesPlays here. Today I'm going with my Lucian Zed deck. Lucian just got buffed in a pretty weird way, which makes him a lot more unique, and I wanted to think about new Lucian decks. I thought about Lucian at Misfortune, like Scouts, a deck that I made in the past, but I kind of want to try something different and try an old school deck. This Lucian Zed has been around since the beginning of the game, since even the closed beta, and I think that it's got a lot of new tools with new cards, so I thought it'd be fun to revisit it. And Lucian and Zed have amazing synergy, especially with the ways that the way Lucian was changed. So here we are. Let's go into it. So pretty straightforward deck. The whole deck is based around Lucian. You basically want to get Lucian's level up each round. The first time an ally dies, rally. So before he couldn't get this the turn he leveled up because technically an ally already died that round, like for him to level up because he has this to level up. I've seen 4+ allies or an allied Senna of Light die. So before, if you saw something die and he leveled up, he couldn't get affected again, so he saw something level up. But now they change it so that even after the turn he's leveled up, if another ally dies, he gets his rally instantly. So Zed's really good with that because he makes the Shadow. They just have clear synergy as an aggressive deck that can utilize quick attack on offense. You can use Senna to level up Lucian, but let's get into the deck. 3 sit through your Cloud Field, just a 1-drop of the deck. You want to have 6 1-drops in this deck, be pretty aggressive, but just 2/2 1-drop. 3 Feet the Tracker, this card is really good in this deck because it counts towards it dies pretty easily. You can choose to challenge something, make the challenger Fleet Feather Tracker die and the guy there. Get a free kill and level Lucian, basically. Works well with Breaks to Protector, give a barrier and Fleet the Tracker. Pretty straightforward Demacia combo. 2 Range Resolve, this card is really important in this deck. I wanted to run 3, because in the last format, where Trump Rangers everywhere, it was becoming a 3-of in pretty much all Demacia decks to do good against Avalanche and the Withering Whales, but right now, I'm not sure. It's good against go-hard decks, but I think 2 might be fine because you don't want to have hands bricked of Relentless Pursuit and Range Resolve, but no actual units, which happens sometimes. But you could definitely take out a Relentless Pursuit and put in a Range Resolve. But right now, I just put 2 Range Resolve in until the meta settles down. I can figure out like what this card's a key part of the deck, so I put 3 of this now, and then this is more of a tech choice. When the meta settles down, I could refine and change it. But anyways, 2 Range Resolve, 3 Res Protector works well with Fleet Tracker, just really good Demacia 2-drop. You can put on anything. Yeah. My Lucian, the main point of the deck, is you want to get him to level up. You want to each round the first time an ally dies, he gets double attack. While attacking tricks both before and at the same time as blocker, so basically attacks twice. First time quick attack, second time normally. But if they don't block it, it does 8 damage. So it's really, really good. 3 Sharp Sight, give an ally +2/+2, and I can block loose this round. It's really good on offense with quick attack units because, as you know, quick attack units, when attacking strikes before its blocker, that's very strong. Let's say you play this attack, and then they put a 3 defense blocker and they buff it with, like, say, their Sharp Sight. Then their guy would kill your Lucian. But then you're like, okay, I'll use my Sharp Sight in response. And then now your quick attack unit got a free trade, and they wasted their spells, so it's pretty good. 3 Relentless Pursuit, this card's insane in this deck. It's so good because when you use it with Zed, when he attacks, he gets a Shadow, the same stats, so he attacks with a 3/2 Ephemeral. Which dies in the round, but he gets 1 every time he attacks. So if you rally with him, then he just keeps making more shadows, which pushes huge amounts of damage. They have quick attacks; they're hard to block. The shadows level up Lucian, so you attack with the shadow, it dies. Part of Lucian's level up, but you do it again, and it dies again. Just kind of makes Lucian level up extremely fast. Big damage, quick attack, and Lucian together. Also, we'll get to Senna, and bonus boots go with Senna because I guess we'll just go right now because it's the next card. When she says she's 3 mana, 4 quick attack. I honestly love this combination, Lucian and Senna. It's so fun. It's such a high rolly deck, which means you either draw amazing or you draw decent, which is fine. It's good and it's decent. It has a lot of different ways to draw, but when you draw Lucian and Senna in the same hand, you feel like it's just so powerful. Like you just kind of sweep the game a lot of times. You draw them together. Yeah, first time an allied Lucian dies, it's gonna be +1/+1 double attack. That's the thing where it attacks twice. The reason it's good Pursuit is because if you can get the Lucian or Senna leveled up to have the double attack. Then you Pursuit, they're pretty much forced to block or take huge damage. So they either die or lose, their whole field. It's very good. Zed, as I said already, kind of went into him. Someone's Living Shadow, loves up Lucian, good for the aggressive quick attack. Pretty much a perfect pair for Lucian. Grizzle Ranger's good. Again, fits the aggressive strategy where you scout and you can attack, and then, but he also loves up Lucian because of his last breath when he dies. Someone's a Badger Bear. These cards all put on huge pressure. Good for Relentless Pursuit as well because it has the scout keyword. So if it's your opponent's turn, they tap out, and you Pursuit, he gets to attack first, and then everything gets attacked again. Pretty good. 3 riposts. I kind of like 3 riposts in this deck because this deck can have problems dealing with big static units, and I think this helps deal with it, but it's very versatile. It's not like a deck that would run around Concerted Strike. It's not trying to be a mid-range deck with removal. It's supposed to be an aggressive deck, and this card is just extremely versatile. It protects against spells, so let's say making a huge push with like Lucian Zed, and they're like, oh, I'll just Mystic Shot the Zed, then you can riposte it. And then the Shadow gets the extra stats as well, and it protects the Zed, which is huge tempo swing. It can push for game if you need 3 extra damage. Let's say like you're attacking and they're only by 3 or 2 health, you can just play riposte and win. And also can be used as removal if you're getting a combat trade with a bigger unit. Let's say they play like their Screeching Dragon or some kind of challenger or something, like attack with Swain or something. And you're like, okay, well, they're like, okay, I'll attack with Swain. And then you can use riposte and block with Zed. I don't know if they'll attack with Swain, but I'm just trying to give ideas. They attack with a big unit, you play the riposte. So you get it's removal, it's protection, it pushes damage. It's extremely versatile in this deck, and I think it fits a role of removal, but also being able to use in different scenarios. So yeah. 3 Bannerman, really good in this deck, really good. Being able to buff Lucian, Senna, Zed, they all quick attack, so it's really strong. Getting their defense strong makes them harder to get killed by removal spells and stuff. It's good with Range Resolve as well, because when you buff everything, Range Resolve becomes that much better. But a big thing in this deck is that enemies run cards right now like Icefall Archer and Sedge, and they run cards like Arachnoid Sentry. And so you'll have turns where you play Lucian. Let's say you play Lucian turn 2, they like Icefall Archer it. Or you play Zed on turn 3 and they Arachnoid Sentry it. And they don't have Flock, they don't always have Flock to kill it afterwards. Then you have to pass your turn, which kind of loses a lot of tempo, but then it's like, okay, well, you didn't clear my field, I'll play Bannerman, and you just get huge swings. It's really easy to go Fleet Feather Tracker, especially when you're attacking on 4. Like, you obviously want to attack with Zed on 3, but you always get to attack on odd turns. So you go this on 1, this on 2, attack, then this on 3, and then your next turn to attack a turn, you play Bannerman, you make a huge swing. So yeah, that's good. Choose Screeching Dragon. This can be replaced by a few things. I actually think, in general, health's better than attack in this game, so it's nice to have the Fury and the Challenger of Screech Dragon over Swiftwing Lancer, but I could see it being Swiftwing Lancer because this deck does have problems with dealing with a lot of, how do I put it? That doesn't have much attack power. Has a wide attack power, but doesn't have ways to deal with big defensive units like Raven and Fuse Firebrand and opposing Screeching Dragons. They're really just a lot of Trundle, a lot of 5 defense creatures, and I think Swiftwing Lancer might actually be the card that this could be a niche role. Usually you play Screeching Dragon for the 5-drop, but Swiftwing Lancer could actually be good here. I also think a cool card could be Great Thorn Companion. Has Scout and it's 5/5. I'm just afraid of it, losing Icefall Archer or Sentry or like a lot of other cards, but it is Scout, and if they can't stop it, it will push for 10 damage. And if it's good Pursuit as well because of the Scout. So yeah, there's a few options here. But anyways, then the last card is Cythria the Bull. This card is phenomenal in this format. 6/6, so it's beefy stats, attack, give other battling allies +1/+1 fearsome. Basically, you have a wide board, you're pushing huge damage, and then half their field can't block all of a sudden because your guys are fearsome. Extremely powerful, good with Pursuit. You could run Genevieve also. So now I'll go over real quick. Make it quick, and I'll go over the cards that you could be playing in this deck. I know that there are some versions of the past, and I'll make sure I reference those. Not too many, but yeah. In the past, let's see. Could run through Range Resolve, ban the meta. This card's really good. In the beta, people ran Radiant Strike. I kind of want to revisit this, because let's say I want the version of this deck to be hyper-aggressive. Like, it can't really contest matches that go past turn, like, 7 or 8. So maybe you just need this to give the extra boost to win combat trades, especially with quick attack units like Lucian, Sen, and Zed. This could make or break a combat trade. So yeah. Rush could be interesting, but yeah, never mind. Because you already have quick attack, so yeah. Radiant Strike, Rush would be cool with Grizzly Ranger, I guess. But Radiant Strike, Range Resolve. Blind Assault could be cool, but I probably wouldn't run it. It's just a more expensive feat tracker in this deck. So far, Radiant Strike could be good. That's a card that's played in the beta. There's one card I mentioned in particular. Here it is. Sonic Wave. Shoutouts to Mega Mogwai. He made this deck in the past. This is a deck that everyone's played. It's been around since the beta, but in his version, it's something unique is he played Sonic Wave. Give an ally Challenger this round. Create a Fleeting Resonating Strike. Resonating Strike, give an ally +2/+0. This is very clear synergy with the Challenger. The quick attack units, because quick attack wins their trades. You can just hook a blocker and get a free trade from the quick attack. Then, if they even have a spell to try and stop you, you get +2/+0. This is a high consideration. I didn't put it in my version because, one, I didn't have space, but B, it's just not really like... I wanted a hyper-aggressive version. This could be good hyper-aggro. I guess I just didn't fit in the 40 cards, but this is high consideration, so shout out to Mega Mogwai again for good idea. Very unique idea. Love seeing unique cards in decks. So I consider single combat. So I wanted this deck again to be hyper aggressive. So I wanted Riposte to be like the removal instead of single combat. But in the past, this deck ran single combat. And now with Lucian's, the new way he works, where he can get the level up the turn, he can get the route the turn he's leveled up. Single combat becomes a lot better because let's say you level up Lucian like mid game, like turn 5 or something, then you single combat, removing their cards, like your guy and their guy, then he gets a rally, and that's really strong. You can use single combat is just in general to use Senna to kill something off, and then it levels up Lucian. You have big swings. Say you have the Dream hand, and you have like Lucian, Zed, Senna. You can single combat Senna, and then it levels up Lucian, attack with Lucian Zed. Then the Shadow dies. I probably should have mentioned this earlier. So when you have level Lucian and the Shadow dies, it's just a free rally again from Lucian's level ability. So there's a lot of clear synergies here. Pretty good. Stony Suppressor could be cute. Not too many spells in this deck. It could be like an aggro deck that kind of shuts down their spells. Young Witch is kind of cool, I guess, but probably not in this deck. Kind of just go with the cards. That should pretty much be everything that I would run this deck. I guess the big takeaways are just more Ranger Resolves, single combat, Sonic Wave, and different 5-drops like Swiftwing Lancer and the Moose. But let's get into the games. We're playing against Pepsi Cola. I believe he's previously been like top 5 EU player. I don't know if he's hit rank 1 or not. Either way, Twisted Fate Elise Gangplank. This is the Twisted Fate Go Hard deck. I like to work this deck tier 1. This is one of the best up-and-coming decks. This should be a pretty high octane match. Excited to see how it goes. As you can see, we have Lucian Senna. Very good. We just want to mull away. There's a Ranger. We could keep this, but I think I'd rather mulligan it in favor to try and get a 1-drop, like Sifter Cloudfield could be good, because it's a 2-2 stat, so it doesn't die to go hard, but I really want Ranger Resolve. Ranger Resolve is going to do phenomenal work. Yes, nice. We can pass turn 1, and that's fine, and we'll bank mana for Ranger Resolve. Ranger Resolve is really good against this deck because it runs the Go Hard, which is the 1 damage thing. Okay, this is also pretty good this matchup to buff our stats. If he has Vengeance later, that it's really expensive for just killing our low stated units. I also think that Ruination could be good against us, but let's try and get some big damage before that and just be aware of Ruination.
Where do you stand on
okay. So this deck consists of like Vile Feast, some run Withering Wail, some don't. That's fine. We don't run single combat, not like we have to here anyway. Stop that. So do 3 damage here. I think the only thing we're in immediate danger of is Ruination. Twisted Fate can be good to just kill Senna for free, basically. Oh, okay. That's fine. I thought he was going to use Black Spear. I was kind of afraid. That's fine. We can save this for when he plays another one, or we can use Bannerman. I actually kind of want to play Zed here and then Bannerman next turn. Try and get a huge swing before he can Ruination. Put in a lot of damage. I'm not actually understanding the implementation of Gangplank does, but Twisted Fate at least is really standard. Some people run Callisto, some run Gangplank. There's a lot of different champion variations in the deck, but it makes it pretty interesting. Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna go for we're gonna go wide here. Oh. I think he knows what's coming. Do I just play Fleet Feather Tracker? Yeah, let's go all out. Let's just go all out. Go Fleet Feather Tracker, Bannerman, and we have Ranger Resolve for getting Twisted Fate.
I'm always
yep.
up for a rounder here.
Works for me. I hope he doesn't surrender here. No! Okay, I really wanted to show. Alright, imagine like everything's popping off, we're doing a shit ton of damage. Pretty straightforward games. I mean, this deck's very strong when it works. It's a very, very powerful deck. I mean, imagine all that damage. That was pretty much a big win there. So yeah, GG's. So we're playing against, I think it's Leona Sol. Yeah, Leona Sol. Pretty popular Sol deck right now because now about the Clips Dragon, you can use Dragon Clutch, get Clips Dragon Rolling Soul for the end game, and then Leona and Solarius hold down the mid game. But for our hands, definitely keep Lucian, especially going second. We get attack, quick attack. I'm probably gonna mold the rest of my hand here for Senna or Zed. We can also get Ranger Resolve or 1-drop would be nice, fix our curve. So, alright, bit of an awkward hand, but we still have time to draw into Zed or Senna, so it's fine. Start with the 1-drop, 2-tracker. Could be a bit of a slow start, especially doesn't have Slayer Soldier. We go by Slayer Shield Bearer here to block. Alright, this is actually really a curve. We have Fleet Feather Tracker, Lucian, Zed, Bannerman. Even if he has a blocker here, like that, We'll just block. We're not gonna attack here in case he has sharp sight or something like that. So we'll just pass, set up our Zed into Bannerman, and see what we can do on our attack here. Interesting.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Alright, so we need to be kind of careful of maybe Meteor Shower next turn. That we'll hit Bannerman so it can't kill this, but you can kill like Zed plus nothing else. Yeah, this is good. We'll just go ahead and do this here. Even if he has the Meteor Shower, he would have to kill one of these two. And he can't kill Fleet Tracker anymore because we have Bannerman, so pretty solid. He's not really too much he should be able to do here. Leona could be very good for him, but only do so much. That's Zed, right? That was pretty good, but we're still fine. Get rid of a blocker here for later. We're kind of just beefing up our board for a huge swing when everything works out. We have Sharp Sight and Relentless Pursuit for later if he taps out. But maybe he'll play Raven here, and that could give us a good Relentless Pursuit turn. Yeah.
To shine like the sun, you must burn like it.
Alright, I think we should still set up for a good open attack here. And we can use Pursuit and Sharp Sight later. Would make sense to me. As much as I want to Pursuit this turn, he could just have good blockers here, so we need to hook something away. We might attack here, but it's fine. We have a pretty beefed up board. So we'll let it go and get huge swings next turn with our quick attack units. So if he uses Raven to block one of these, we can use Sharp Sight to try and win the trade quick attack. Would be nice. Could also have single combat. Single combat would be really good here. A lot of these decks can't even fit Sharp Sight. They usually have Demacia be single combat and Concerted Strike. Because I've seen some run the Mountain Scryer, which means they have to have Allegiance, but for now I'm assuming he has Sharp Sight, single combat, and Concerted Strike as This is a good hook because neither of them die. He blocks with Raven, then fine. We'll put Lucian last in case we somehow get the level. We keep Blood by Judgment, by God He runs Judgment. Usually when put Lucian near the end. This just goes through. Interesting. He's probably saving his combat trick. This is good though, because even if he uses like a Sharp Sight to block Lucian, we still get the Zed level up and a lot of damage. And we have Relentless Pursuit this turn, so we can go Fleet Feather Tracker and Relentless Pursuit, try and push 2 more damage. Fatal Combat, okay, that's totally fine. That's actually really good for us. Let's see what he does next. So we get some solid damage here. We trade on board, which is fine. Zed levels up. That's great as well. We're in a pretty good spot overall. Leona could be hard to deal with, like, if he plays another Raven or something, it's gonna stun our Zed, which will mess up our Relentless Pursuit this turn. Oh, but he doesn't have Daybreak. I forgot, the other Raven died. Okay, so yeah. We should be fine. Yeah, that's nice. His other Raven died, so no more Daybreak, and he played the spell. He played single combat, so it's like Daybreak. Alright. This isn't a Challenger, so we didn't play another ally. We will get its up Challenger from Zed Shadow, but that's too far into it. So right now, let's just get the blocker. These will trade, which is good. I could hook this, but yeah, it doesn't matter. We win either way. So the most you can block here is 5. The damage here is 10 through this block. So yeah, we win. Pretty good stuff. Cool. All right, that was nice. It's actually really funny. Yeah, this deck is like super high rolly, super aggressive. You pretty much just put down Lucian and Zed, and then you try and pursue. It's extremely straightforward.